Hi, welcome to a tutorial on how to upload your template to create your own 3D paper root beer mug float gift box. Now I'm going to be working in Cricut Design Space, but the template is compatible with Silhouette Studio. And so here on the home page of Cricut Design Space, I'm going to create a new project. Top right hand corner, click the green button, and this will take you to the canvas. Now on the canvas here, you see that there's nothing, so I have to click Upload. And I'm going to upload my files right here. You can drag and drop your files if you wish, or you can click Browse, and that is through your laptop or your tablet as well. Now the template is in a 3-part, so I'm going to have to upload them individually. This is one of the tops to the gift box, and this one is in regards to creating either an ice cream scoop or a dab of whipped cream. So it's there. I'm going to now upload the second choice in regards to creating a lid for my gift box, and it's just a flat lid, and this is the handle as well. And then I'm going to upload the main base part of the gift box that's going to look like the root beer, or even a milkshake if you want. And as you can see, there was no choice to do print and cut. They are SVG files, and therefore they are uploaded as cut only. So I have all 3 files there. I'm going to click 1, 2, 3. I'm going to upload or add all 3 to my canvas. And when you do that, when you add multiple files to your canvas at one time, they come together. So if I'm to move them, they're going to move as one. What you need to do is go off to the side on any side and click, and now I can move them individually. They're 3 separate files. So what I'm going to do is, since I'm going to be working on them one file at a time, I'm going to go over to the right hand side here, and whichever one I'm not working on currently, I'm going to hide them. I'm not going to delete them. I'm going to click the little iris here, the little eye, and it's going to take them off my screen. So right now, since I don't really need to be using anything in regards to the tops, I'm going to focus on the bottom. I'm going to put the lids and the handle aside. So they're right there. And I'm going to be working on the base of the mug. Now, as you can see, top right hand corner, it says to ungroup. And that's what you need to do. You're going to need to ungroup it. Highlight it again. Let me just move these out of the way. And there we go. Now, these are the panels that look like the actual liquid that's going to be in the mug. You can change them to pink to make a strawberry float. You can keep them chocolate. You can do whatever it is that you want to do. You can turn them yellow to make an actual beer mug. I've seen some people do that. I'm actually going to turn mine pink. And right now it doesn't matter because they're not print and cut. This is just to represent what color cardstock I'm going to be using. And they remain a basic cut because they will all be cut out. And I'm going to do a strawberry float. So I'm going to turn them pink. Here we go. Highlight them all and turn them all pink. Perfect. So that's just going to let me know to use pink cardstock to make my strawberry float. And this is the actual base of the of the gift box that these panels will be glued on. Now, as you can see, all of the lines are solid, and that will tell the machine, the software, that these are all basic cuts, as you can see on the right hand side. That would mean that the machine will be cutting out every single panel here, and you'll have individual pieces, which is not what you want. So what you will do is you'll make sure that, let me just go off to the side, you will click on the piece that you want to work on, go to the right hand side. The bottom part that you see is white. Do not touch that, but you will click on the part up here that you can barely see any lines or whatever. That basic cut, you're going to go top left hand corner and change that to a score. And as you can see, it did it automatically. So now the machine knows, don't cut these lines or else you would have individual pieces. Just use the scoring tool and it's going to make the score lines for you. It's also going to do it here and here, because these are the panels, these are the tabs that you're going to fold down and adhere or glue to the base here to make the base for your mug. And so what we need to do is we also need to make sure that everything's attached. So you'll highlight everything, go to the bottom right, and you're going to attach it. Oop. Let me do that again. There we go, attach. So now I know that I have score lines for my box. I'm going to put everything back together. I'm going to arrange them to the front so I can see them. You don't have to align it, it's just to make sure that I keep all my pieces together. I'm going to highlight them and I'm going to group them again. Move it to the side here. I'm going to now put that to rest by clicking the iris. I didn't delete them, I just put it out of sight. And I'm going to move on to the next part. That's not the right one. Here we go, group. So now this is the basic lid. You could add whatever you want to, it's just going to be a flat lid. And then this is the handle part. I have to do the same thing that I did previously. I have to turn some of these basic cut lines into score lines, or else I would have a bunch of individual pieces. And I don't want to have them individually cut. So as you can see, everything is grouped, the same steps, ungroup it. So now they're moved separately. Highlight the piece you want to work on. Never touch the bottom one because that's the actual part you want to cut out of cardstock. Click to the top and you go to your top left, change to score. It has changed all my lines to a score line that I needed to do. Highlight everything again and always attach. And you do the same thing with the handle. I'm going to go down here so you guys can see it better. Click on the handle. It's the same concept. Don't touch the bottom one, only click the top one. Go to basic here, score lines. It has scored everything I needed to score. Highlight it and then click attach. And like I said previously, I always make sure that I group them back to how they were originally. And again, I will put it out of sight. And I'm going to work on the final part. Oop, not that one. Go all the way back down here. I think it was this one. And this is the part that you use to make the lid. This is a lid here. And this is the part that you would roll and stick these tabs into the slots that will be cut out here as a basic cut to create that swirl to look like an ice cream scoop or to look like whipped cream. And so as you can see, everything's attached. I'm going to ungroup that. I'm going to highlight. Again, don't touch the bottom, only the top where it says basic cut. It's going to show me all the parts I'm going to have as a basic cut. Change it to score. And there you have it. I have score lines. These will not be score lines. It does look dotted like this, but these will stay basic cut. You don't want to change these to score lines. You need the machine to make little slits in the lid because the part that you're going to swirl around, those little tabs have to fit in individually. And so again, I'm going to attach. Oh, see, I moved it because it wasn't attached, so at least you got to see that. But I'm going to attach everything, and I'm going to move over to, this is the whipped cream or ice cream. So this one's the same concept. Let's see here. I need to ungroup this, and I need to click on the lines here in between the tabs. So I didn't click here, not the long part. I'm clicking on the little line in between the tabs. You will see it's going to highlight all of them on your right hand side. They need to be changed to score lines. You can't really see them, but as long as it says score on the right hand side, reason being is that this is not to be scored. This will be cut here as a straight line. But here I don't want these parts to be cut off or else they're going to just be floating around. They need to be scored because they're going to be bent. Once you've inserted them into the slits here, underneath they have to be bent and glued so that way it doesn't unroll. And again, this is the part that will look like your ice cream scoop or your whipped cream. And like with everything else, highlight and attach. And then I'm going to highlight everything again and group it back. And there you have it. I've changed the basic cut lines into score lines here in Design Space. I've showed you how to upload your template into Cricut Design Space as well. One more step that I can show you is that if you wish to resize everything, you must make sure that you have all of your pieces on the canvas. So let me find them all. That's the second piece, and that's the third piece. You want to make sure that you resize everything together. And so what I do is I make sure that all the pieces I want to use are on my canvas. I highlight them all. I align to center. And then if I want to resize anything, I make sure that I group them. I go down to the bottom and I resize using this circle in the bottom right hand corner with the arrows pointing diagonally in opposite directions. And I resize everything together. See? And this way, I am not guessing as to whether or not they're going to fit. They are going to stay true to size because they've been grouped together and they've been resized together. And you can make your mugs as small as you want or as big as your machine will allow you to cut. There you have it. So I'm going to go back. And that is it. So 3 steps in this tutorial showed you how to upload the templates to Cricut Design Space. I have showed you how to change basic cut lines into score lines, and I've showed you how to resize the template. So I hope that has helped you, and happy crafting!